We are going live here on YouTube. Tarot today. Marian Dax live. I see Sharona is in the chat, and Laura and Rosie. Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
All our regulars are coming in. Oh gosh, I'm glad somebody joined us on this Monday. Wow.
Yes, it's Valentine's Day Eve.
Yeah. What you all doing? Who's got a honey and you're gonna have a Valentine's dinner or something?
Yeah.
Well, what did you already get for
plans?
Valentine's? Yeah. What did you already get for Valentine's Day? Wow. And then Timesha or Timesha, spelled Timesha, but I'm gonna call her Timesha. I don't know why. Popping in there and already popped in there. Do a general. Here's my birthday. Awesome.
Do a general. Here's my birthday. Awesome.
So if you want us to pull a card for you, just say, please pull a card for me. And if you have a very specific question, type in the question. You don't have to ask. Just put it in there and we'll get to you when we get to you. Okay. There you go. That's how we do it on Mondays, because we're only in the chat. We simulcast on Blog Talk Radio on Saturdays for those that are new, and you can actually call in the show and chat with us on Saturday. But here we are on Monday the 4th. It's that 4 energy. There you go again, Mary. Structure. It's the endless structure. And oh gosh, and I pulled my card of the day and got the Knight of Swords.
Oh, wow.
And that came up on Saturday, and it's been coming up like the last several days. I think this is how tarot is multi-layered. You're doing readings for various different people, and you're getting, the same card popping up, and there's a message individually for each of those individuals, but then it's like there's a theme, it's like a message for everybody, and so we're dealing with that 4 with structure, with that's also plans and planning things and all. And the Knight of Swords is just saying, okay, whatever you're thinking of or working on, just go for it. I mean, this is the time. It's the time to rush in, not think about it so much, even though it is swords and thoughts and ideas with swords, but grab a hold of that one idea, that one sword, and just go for it. Absolutely go for it. Now, when I was shuffling, the High Priestess fell out too. So I feel, because it's in combination with this Knight of Swords, what I really feel is going on here is it's saying that to really take your own counsel on this. You're going to be tempted to ask other people. Don't. you know what you should be doing, and you have the answers. Listen to your gut instincts and intuition, and just be your own counsel on this, and just go for it. That's what I got today, Mary.
Awesome. Well, I just actually used the two, probably my two favorite romance decks, since it is Valentine's Day Eve. One of them was Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. And it's gorgeous artwork. And the card that I got from that, I thought is really good for everybody, whether you're starting a relationship or in a long-term relationship or looking for a relationship, whatever, it's about getting to know each other. It just went dark there. Getting to know each other and learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. And the thing is about this card that really stood out to me was this idea of, especially like long-term relationships, or ones that are like reuniting and reconnecting, and even really all relationships, I guess. It's like you should never stop getting to know the person, It's like we think we know people and then we put them in a box and say, oh, okay, that comfortable old shoe is right there and it's going to be the same for me forever. Right. Well, that doesn't work like that. People change, you evolve, you grow. And so does, the person that you hook up with, your partner, in life or your brand new love interest, whatever the case may be. So, you know, get to know them get to know them at each sort of mark in the relationship. Get to know them in the beginning, get to know them later, find out what they're interested in, find out where the connection is growing, because this is about growth in relationships. And in order to continue a good relationship, you got to stay in touch with each other, even if you live together and you think you know everybody. And then I drew this other card from the Love Notes Oracle by Lisa Atkinson, another card that another deck I really like for romance. Just like little Valentine's Day cards, like those little Valentine cards we all had as a kid. And it says love responds, right? And I think that is also a pretty important message, especially because this comes up so much, in the readings that I do for people, is that they want to know what the other person is thinking and feeling, right? And I get that, and sure, tarot can be helpful with that. But at the same time, how is the person responding to you? When you are reaching out to them, when you are sharing something, when you're being open with them, how are they responding to you? What are you getting back? And that is going to answer so many more questions than a tarot reading will on your relationship. If you pay attention to how you're responding, how they're responding to you, that back and forth, that's the essence of the relationship, the call and response going both ways, and it's important. So those are
never ask
the
a tarot
cards
reader
of the
or get
day.
a reading again.
Don't you ever do it again.
Don't do it. Oh gosh. Oh, by the way, the one that popped in there that I couldn't pronounce your name, she said it's like Tamisha. Tamisha. It's I guess it's
That's
pronounced like
pretty.
that.
It's a pretty
Tamisha.
name.
I like that. I should just call her Tam, because then I don't have to think. Anyway. So she wants us to pull a card. Oh, I should mention, if anybody pops in and you have all those love decks. So if they want us to pull a love card or something, Mary's got all those great decks. So
I got the love cards.
Go ahead if you want. Yeah. We've got Laura in there, and Sharona and Rosie.
Hey, everybody.
Pull a card for Tamisha. All right. Oh, she also says no Valentine though.
Okay.
I don't know if she means she doesn't have a Valentine, or
don't pull a Valentine card.
Pull a Valentine. Yeah, but that's kind of what's coming out here, because I'm getting happy family life. That's the card I got for you. It's the 10 of Cups, emotionally fulfilled and everything. So I pulled a qualifier card and got, Page of Cups coming in. This could be a message, but it also could be a new love. Pages and aces tend to be, new things coming in. And also, if we take that as a person, so water sign like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, potentially coming in. So that's what cards popped up for me. Mary, what did you get for Tamisha?
It's really kind of interesting. I actually kind of did a full spread here, but the central focus card is the Fool. So that sense of openness, that willingness to kind of be free, and jump off the jump off the cliff into something new if you need to. If you feel like held back, this card is saying like, no, it's okay. It's okay to just sort of let go and say, I'm going in. I'm going to try. I'm going to see where this leads me. A lot of times with the Fool card, I think like, okay, this isn't about carefully planning what our next step is. This is saying like, I'm going for it. There's an intuitive feel to it, and really highlighted by the High Priestess card coming up right before the Fool. So I feel like it's like, trust your gut. And the last card that comes up is a Judgment card. So whatever it is that's calling you, whatever major decision that you feel looming ahead of you that you need to make, trust your own intuition and take that leap of faith. So that's what I got.
That's kind of what I got with, part of the message from the card of the day when I got the High Priestess, was a similar vibe.
Yeah.
Keep your own counsel. I mean, a lot of times, we'll get a card like the Hermit or something that might be suggesting mentorship, and seeking out somebody that's been through the ringer, knows the information, has already done what you want to do. But in this case, today I'm getting this energy of, just go for it and, keep your own counsel, listen to your gut instincts. Oh, more people coming in. We've got Nancy came in. Hi, Nancy. Nancy Ramsey.
Hi, Nancy.
She says, hello, everyone. She wants to ask, will Heidi and Chad close the deal on the house they are purchasing in Oklahoma City soon? That's interesting. I never got a question like,
will they?
Usually people are asking about their own closings, not about this other couple like over in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Unless you're a real estate agent, you might ask that kind of question,
yeah,
right?
That's
like,
true,
is this ever
right?
going to close? Or, maybe there's
sense.
but, I approach it from the standpoint of like, she's asking because, there's something she needs to know about it. And what is it that she needs to know? And if she does need to know something, then there'll be an answer for it. It keeps it out of the tarot spying realm, if that's even really a possible thing to do. But, yeah. So will it be soon? Well, I don't think it's going to be that soon. I think it's going to be happen at a moderate pace. The first thing that comes up is a Temperance card with the 5 of Swords above it. I don't know if this has been a problematic thing. And underneath it is the 4 of Pentacles, and you can't see any of this, and that's okay. And then we end with the Chariot card. So yeah, I feel like for some reason the soon aspect of this yes/no question, I feel like the answer is no on the soonness of it. It may take, with the 4 of Pentacles, maybe it takes 4 months, but let's see what Dax is getting.
Okay, you always turn the camera off when I don't have my camera back on yet.
Like, goodbye, I'm out of here.
Because I'm typing in the chat, responding, and that's hilarious. I had the camera off because that makes you full screen. Pentacles. Hold on, I'm typing back. Got to finish what I was saying there and everything. Yeah, no, I was just asking Nancy, are they a relative? Because I felt like, it's got to be her daughter or her son. And sure enough, it's her daughter. And I knew that because when I pulled the cards, I got the Queen of Pentacles. That's why she's asking, the mother card, the nurturer here, and the central focus, the main thing is Wheel of Fortune. I mean, it's going to turn in their favor. Don't know about the quickness of it, like you said, Mary, because I've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is more of a evaluation card, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords, which is yet another, delay card, stepping back kind of thing. However, when I look at it as, yes, no, it's kind of full on yes, no. It's there's 3 no's and 2 yeses. So it's in that muddy area where it could really go either way. If I get 2 yeses and 3 no's, or 3 yeses and 2 no's, it doesn't matter. It's just all muddy, and there's things left to be done and so forth. If I get 4 yeses or 4 no's, 5 yeses, 5 no's, then we've got some kind of confirmation that that's the trajectory they're on, unless they make different decisions and go in a different direction, because that's what it's all about, folks. That's the real power of tarot, is not, this is going to happen to you. It's we have free will, and we can make different choices going into the future if we don't want to go to that outcome. But yeah, I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune, to me, it looks really good. It's just these other cards are talking about evaluations and delay, and
Yeah.
there might be with the 5 of Pentacles, because it's a house purchase, and it's Pentacles and it's the 5. I get a feeling of, there might be things with the financing, pricing, things along those lines. And 5 is also the number of change in numerology. So that could be a hint too. They might end up having to change to a different house. But yeah, I feel like a slight delay here. I think it's going to take a good 5 weeks, because that 5 actually is the timing card too. I think it could take 5 weeks. I don't think it's going to be 5 months. So I'm thinking like maybe a month and a half ish. For things to really start moving on that. So there you go. I hope that helped you out. Who else is coming in? I'm going to put on my old man reading spectacles, because I have to read the fine print on the chat here, Mary. We got KHIXY. Kixie.
Kixie. I like that. Kixie. That's a cute name.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And they say, hope if this house doesn't work, the next will be even better, Nancy. Happy birthday. Tamisha's, it's her birthday. I didn't know that. Hi, happy birthday, Tamisha. Who else has come in here? We've got Nilda, and we've got Rush coming in. Let's see. Did Nilda ask a question? What should I be focusing on? What should I be focusing
on? Turn to go first. That's a great question, though.
Yeah, and I actually think this is really powerful for you right now. And that was Nilda, right? Yeah, Nilda. Because right off the bat, I get the Judgment card. Okay, and to me, the Judgment always seems to imply it's a major arcana card, and I call it the cosmic wake up call. There's Gabriel blasting his horn. It's like, hello, wake up, wake up. What should you focus on? The 10 of Swords and the Devil card. So the Devil card is talking about attachments, and the 10 of Swords is talking about something being completely done and over. One door closes, another door opens. It is finality, but it's over. It may look bad initially. You got the dark skies, and you got obviously 10 swords in someone's back. But if you notice, there's no blood right here. And as you look back in the distance, look, the dark skies are receding, and we've got a dawn coming up here. We have the sun rising up, a new day. Okay. So what to focus on is, what is it that you're attached to that no longer serves you? And it could be anything from a bad habit. We're still kind of quasi in that, New Year's resolutions time of the year. Are there habits that you want to break? Quit smoking, overeating, those oatmeal cookies that you go through the entire box, that kind of thing. it could be that all the way to, are there relationships that no longer serve you, thinking that it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. And it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends, quasi friends, business partners, acquaintances. Oh gosh, there's a whole lot of people in our lives, and a lot of it can just be baggage, Mary. It's like it's holding you back. There's also belief systems or particular beliefs or ways of thinking that you just, it no longer serves you. Just, you need to let it go. So that's what I'm getting as a message for what to focus on. And with it being the judgment card, I think it's big for Nilda. What'd you get, Mary?
What did I get? I got, 3 cards are really interesting here together. We have the Queen of Cups at the center. So I feel like focus, in addition to what, you gave her, I would also say focus on balancing your emotions and your feelings about things. Because we do have the 5 of Cups that comes up, the Queen's in the center, and then we have the Justice card. And it's like saying, like, okay, focus on returning to feeling balanced emotionally, feeling like whatever disappointments, or things that didn't, go the way we wanted to. The 5 of Cups to me sometimes is like, when we have a letdown, maybe it's from another person, it doesn't have to be about that. It's more not what has happened in the past or what we are disappointed about, but how we're feeling. What do you do when you feel that way? What do you do when you feel let down? How do you balance that emotion? How do you get back up when you feel down? Those kind of things. That's what I would be focused on, in addition to what you're saying as well, because I feel that once we balance our emotions, we can do anything. We can do anything better than we can when we're out of balance and we're feeling the weight. So that's what I got. I hope that helps.
Awesome. Oh gosh, more people coming in. We've got Grace in there. We've got Shanu.
Hello, people.
Did Shanu just come in? I think so. Homie Panda. That's got to be the best name so far.
I love that.
We got Jules. My homie Panda. Okay, so
Panda.
just throw it in there. Yeah. Oh, Nilda says she's an 1111. I don't know what you mean by an 1111. Do you have double master illuminator energy, Nilda? Oh, she says we're both spot on. Thank you very much. And Rush is here too. Okay. Hi, Rush. Yeah, Rush, I got your question already. It's in queue. But before you, I think was Jules, was right after Nilda. Can you tell me what's going to happen in the near future with my job? It's beating me down. Oh, that doesn't sound good. And I'm wondering if something else better is going to be in my near future. Go for it, Mary.
Okay, the job beating you down. What's going on? And I know that feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It's an awful feeling. Oh my God. 10 of Wands is the first thing that comes up. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you got a whole bunch of stuff on your back? There's a kind of a heavy burden sometimes where we just feel like, we're straining under the weight of it, and it is connected to work. It's Wands. What is coming up in the near future. And, well, look, and above that 10 of Wands is a King of Cups, and underneath it is a Hierophant. And to me, it's almost like you're in the middle. You're in the middle between those two energies. It feels like one reason that it's beating you down maybe is because, you're kind of dealing with people that are also overbearing. It's not just the sticks. I feel like it's the people. What I have coming up in the near future is a Two of Swords. So, on the one hand, that's good. That's a sense of peace, but tension, detachment, So I think that's part of it. It's needing to detach from that feeling of pressure, that feeling of the weight on your shoulder, what everybody else, is coming at you with at work. But yeah, so there's going to be this sense of detachment and being at peace at it with it. I think before you transition to something maybe that doesn't make you feel the way you're feeling in the job now. So I would give it some time. Two Swords to me, we're talking like a couple weeks, where you kind of reach that point where like, okay, I'm gonna maintain my peace of mind here somehow. So, but let's see what Dax is saying. Maybe he sees something amazing in the future coming up.
Yes, let's take a look. First, real quick, I'm going to say, if you're enjoying this, go ahead and, hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell too. That way you'll be notified when we do these lives and when we post any really cool tarot videos and things as well. And also hit the like on this one because that really helps us out. So, right away off the bat, I mean, I got her boss showing up, the King of Swords, and there's all kinds of confusion and illusion about around this with the Seven of Cups. And, and I think, this is multi-layered. It's like confusion and illusion around what's going on in your current job. But also, I think you've been thinking about moving on, but there's too many choices, too many ideas, you're emotionally drawn all over the place. So, is there something in the future? Well, yes. Got the Six of Pentacles. That's a big fat yes. And you know what I think is actually going to happen? This is the feeling, because this is a windfall card. This is, kind of unexpected. How should I put it? Like abundance coming in unexpectedly. This card shows up in certain readings when people are getting a windfall. They're, it's tax season. Maybe they're getting a refund. Their investments are paying off, that kind of thing. But what I think this is talking about is first, it's an even card. And in my system, evens are yes. And it's Pentacles, talking about your job there. And this new job, it's almost going to be dropped in your lap kind of thing. It's going to just show up. All right. That's what I'm feeling about that anyway. So I hope that helps you out. Be on the lookout, for that coming. And it's going to come from someone else. This is in that card. It was somebody else bringing that, that's kind of, I think, what's going to happen there. So before, let's see, our next question is going to be from, it was Rush. But before we go there, real quick, I want to let people know what's coming up on the Psychic Talk Radio Network and with our lives and so forth. So we will be back on Saturday, and we will be live video streaming, but also simulcasting on Blog Talk Radio. So you'll actually be able to call into the show and talk with us. And then Sunday, February 19th, the magic of divine timing will be the topic on The Angelic View with Maria G. Moss. And then we'll be back next Monday too. So that's what's coming up. I guess I should mention that special guest James Devine is returning on Sharona's show February 26th. So mark that on your calendars because he's fabulous. And they're going to be talking about tarot and palmistry. So there you go. We had tarot and crystals with Dina Burnin yesterday, and now she's going to be talking to James about tarot and palmistry. Mary, that just sounds cool.
Awesome.
Anyway, yeah, yeah. And my mind just blanked. Wait, who was it that does palmistry? That was one of our radio hosts.
Cooch. She wrote a
Cooch, yeah.
book on it.
Cooch, she
She's
wrote a
like
whole
an
book on
expert.
it.
Yeah.
Cooch Daniels, folks. Yeah. Yeah. God, I haven't thought about Cooch in so long, but
I've been talking to Cooch. She's got a great new book coming out
mhm.
new soon. It's soon. But if you've ever had I'm interested to listen to Sharona's show, because it's like palm reading is something, you know, I have to say,
Mhm.
I'm a bit of a skeptic, right? Which sounds strange. I know tarot people were not ever supposed to be skeptical about anything because everything's magical and the universe is always talking to us.
Oh yeah,
But
that's BS.
it's
I'm
so.
skeptical about a lot of stuff.
But palmistry was something I was really skeptical about. I was like, man, I don't know. The hand, isn't this just all sort of made up? And man, at one point I got a palm reading from Cooch Daniels. Forget about it. I was like, I'm wearing gloves the rest of my life. This woman can see my everything just by
Wow.
looking at my palm. It's shocking that somebody who's the real thing can actually do the real thing with it. And it can be pretty deep.
It shows you how it's all the practitioner and not what particular modality, art
It
form.
is. I think that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'll go first because it's my turn. I'm going to do Rush's
Yes.
question here. Here's Rush's question. You can start shuffling, Mary. Any important coming up for me in my life soon concerning my career with music? Awesome. Oh, I love that question. That's a great one. Before I do that, because it is, the bottom of the hour, I am going to mention that you can buy us a cup of coffee if you're getting something out of the show, out of the readings. Maybe you got a reading from us. Go over to coffee.tarottoday.live. Yes, that's an actual URL that you can put in a new tab on your browser, coffee.tarottoday.live, and buy Mary and I a cup of coffee. Also, you can book a tag team reading. If you like how we're doing these readings, but you'd like to do a private reading, private and intimate, and get us for an entire hour. And we're going to do chakra readings, and we're going to do tarot, but we're going to also have oracle cards and numerology and the whole thing for an hour. You can go over to tagteam.tarottoday.live and you can book a reading with us today. That's right. You can. Okay. So let me see. What's coming up here? I do think what you're really looking for to happen, Rush, is going to happen. I got the 9 of cups, the wish come true, emotional fulfillment card coming up. It's looking really good. Okay. Um Sorry. Just heard out the window that it started pouring like a hurricane out there. Holy cow. I also got the Hermit card. And remember, I was talking earlier about when I got the High Priestess for the card, one of the cards of the day, talking about, to keep your own counsel. And with the Hermit card, it's kind of like the opposite. I want you to take a step back from it all and evaluate, and then talk to somebody, that has done what you want to do in the industry. Okay. And, just get a little wisdom that, he's shining his light of wisdom here, the Hermit, and for everybody. So, I think that at this point that could help quite a bit. Also, don't be afraid to look far back. Okay, so this is the 6 of cups. And by the way, 6 is again a number of success in numerology. So you got the wish come true card and the success card. I think, this is the time, 2023, for you really to break out in your musical endeavors. And but I had a flash when I pulled this card, and this is we often, us tarot people, we call it the nostalgia card, and things from our past, people from our past, our childhood, etc. And I got this flash that you really should be looking back to that era, okay, as far as you're working with your music. You know how people take riffs and drum lines and melodies and stuff now from 80s music, and they put it in the hip hop and the rap and and all that kind of stuff like that, because nobody can make better music than the 80s. I'm sorry. But look to your childhood and look to what really got you excited in the musical area, and the types of music and the songs of the day, and the riffs and the chords and the melodies and stuff like that. I think if you incorporate some of that, and sampling, put that into your music, that might be the key. I think that's why this card showed up. So that's what I'm getting. Mary, you getting any cool musical stuff for Rush? What's going on in his future with his
I did think
endeavor?
of the band Rush when you mentioned the name.
Right away, right?
That's funny, right? I was like, wow, Rush, maybe he's into Rush. The central card that I got for right now is the Four of Pentacles, and that's a card about like sort of holding it down. He's got his feet, he's got his hands. I'm like, Rush, are you a drummer? Because I'm like, I always think hands and feet, drummer.
Are you a drummer?
The interesting thing about this card about structure, and also about like kind of maintaining it, like holding on to what you have, making sure that you got what you need and everything's sort of in place. I feel like that's what it's about right now. That might be working on the equipment side of things. It's like, I'm a rock mom. Okay. I know, guitarists need strings all the time. Drummers need that, I'm used to it, so there's always something to maintain. Right. And even if you're a singer, maintaining your instrument, your vocals. And the Justice card comes up with this too. Like, it's right about the balance and stuff right now, balancing all those things, making sure you've got what you need, and just taking the time to kind of like not worry about the big gig in the sky. I guess that's not a Rush reference. That's a Pink Floyd reference. Darn it. I'm trying to think of a right. Hey, Tom Sawyer, I don't know.
Hey, Tom
I'm
Sawyer.
not coming up with the Rush things. I wanted to. But the last card I got was the Six of Cups. And I pulled another card.
Same card.
Right. And what came up next to it, I didn't actually pull another card. It sort of fell out with the Six of Cups, and that's the Page of Cups. So there may be somebody that you already know that maybe is from the past, maybe you worked with before, maybe you haven't done anything with them in a long time, or maybe it's just like somebody like, that has like some good information. Page of Cups is good news, and that could be about a future gig or something. And then the last thing I kind of thought of right off the bat with the Four of Pentacles was, what about management? Like, are you at that stage? Are you looking into, who's going to help serve your interest? Do you think you need someone to kind of help with that? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But good luck.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a songwriter.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So we're getting feedback already. He actually missed some of our reading because he went away and came back to the, to the YouTube. But don't worry, this is being recorded. You can, after this, you can go to the recording and fast forward, to right here, which we are 40 minutes in. So, fast forward 40 minutes. So he says, he's a songwriter and records his own music. He does sample a lot, by the way, what you were just saying with the page there, I'm thinking what I got is kind of similar. I mean, that person from the past could be like the Hermit that I got. And then I got, this thing with the nostalgia card, Six of Cups. So he also says, I sample a lot of music, post and market it. No management, just been doing this for 10 years. Yeah, well, consistency, kudos.
Yeah.
Don't have any major placements in the industry, but I've marketed my music so much, Yeah.
Keep going. Look for new
Keep
innovative
going.
ways to market it. Like if you're if you're putting your stuff out on social media, you know, um, there's a lot, especially on YouTube. Hey man, there's a lot of different ways you could market that music using shorts, maybe just a cut of that, you know, and link them to like your site where they can buy the album or whatever,
Mm,
or book you for a thing or hire you as a songwriter. But yeah, keep going. It's hard, you don't know how many overnight successes took 10 or 20 years to happen.
yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if you think about it, a lot of the strategies going on with the shorts, and they can get millions of views, and people are clicking on to use samples of music and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. He has the music. It's his own music. He is in the perfect position to do shorts. Put
Yeah.
up whatever visuals you want, and sample your music on shorts. You got what is it on YouTube shorts, up to a minute?
No, 15 seconds
Well, yeah, if you if you
on
if you sample a
on
cut,
music
but I think
samples. Yeah.
actual shorts, though, I mean, what I'm talking about is him doing a full length short, which can be up to,
Mm,
I think, 60 seconds, and then
yeah.
you can reuse it on Snapchat. Snapchat is
Yeah.
huge, and you could get millions of views on these shorts and lead back to your website or your YouTube channel with all this on there. Anyway, just throwing out ideas here. Popping back into the chat, though, let's see, I don't want to miss anybody. Right after Rush, it was Grace. So she wants to know what's Powell's feelings for me. Will we get back in a relationship, kind of question. And I think you're next.
Ta-da.
Mary's gonna
Oh,
go here. I'm gonna reshuffle.
okay. So thoughts and feelings. So and kind of what can you expect? Does it look like we're getting back in a relationship? And looking at that, seeing what comes up here. Oops, the sun card. That's nice. Mm, it looks positive as far as like thoughts and feelings. Like that sun card is like the main thing. So it feels to me like there's no bad feelings, if we're not together anymore, if we went through a breakup. I mean, this could be somebody that, still, thinks very positive of you, you know. Well, I got in the future position, Wheel of Fortune comes up. So, there's change that's happened in the past, right? But now, whatever that was about, now the sun's out and the sun's shining. And it's not just a card of, being happy. You got that bright, beautiful energy, but the Hermit card comes up underneath it. And so to me, the Hermit is often a card of contemplation. It's going within. So maybe Powell has kind of gone within a little bit and realized, like, hey, things were pretty good. There were some really good things in that. Do I see anything indicating getting back together? Getting back together, sometimes I look at that as like, if we got the Wheel of Fortune that changed, plus the World card of coming back around, coming full circle, then I would say absolutely yes. I didn't get that. What I got though is kind of positive though. It's an Ace of Wands in the future position. Oh boy, when I see an ace, I want it in the future because that's saying like, hey, there's an opportunity coming up. There's some newness, some excitement with the Ace of Wands, particularly. It may be like a shot of inspiration that might be the thing that sparks this person to reach out to you. So I can't say that I see a full reuniting, but there's definitely I'm not going to rule it out because of that Ace of Wands in the future position, and see what opportunity comes up with that. But let's see what Dax is getting.
I'm a little more pessimistic. This is what I think is going on. When I ask it as a straightforward yes, no, I'm getting no, 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 yes, yes. So, it's leaning more towards no, but it could really go either way, as I explained earlier in the show. Um, and I'm getting, the Queen of Swords. I also got an ace card too. I'll get to that in a minute. But Queen of Swords. Okay, you're thinking of this, I think, a little more logically. And then the Queen of Cups comes in and says, no, you really should be paying attention to how you feel about this. Your gut instinct. You already know the answer to this. The central focus card right here and right now. Da, 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 da. The Judgment card again. Cosmic wake up call. It's like, okay, Grace, you gotta wake up here, and then comes in the ace of swords in my case, Mary. Yeah, it's new. Aces are always, well, not always, but a lot of the time they're new opportunities coming in, everything like that. But I think new, I mean, as in really new, not the same person. In fact, then I get the Four of Cups, and then, which is the traditional, I'm not happy with my situation, but oh, look, we're offering you something else that's more emotionally fulfilling, but you're not seeing it. You're not, grab that cup, grab it now, grab it,
Grab the cup.
Yes, I feel like you already know, intuition, gut instincts, you already know the answer. And the message from the tarot is, cosmic wake up, wake up, wake up. And there's new opportunities in the future. There we go. All righty, let's see. Who else has a question here? Oh, after Grace was Shanu. May I get a reading? Hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Glad to see you here. Does my ex miss me?
No.
Does my ex miss me? Let's see what's going on with that. Yeah, I kind of think he does. So he's showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. He's plodding along. He's examining his pentacle there. And I just think, that even in the figure and the look in this card shows that, like, almost a longing, Mary, and yeah, I think he thinks about you. What'd you get?
What did I get? Yes, I get. What did I get?
Did you do one of your love decks, or?
That's a good idea. And I'm not. I really. I'm not going to look at this as a yes, no question, because it's like, I don't have any problem with yes, no questions. Yes, no questions are terrific. But that question, does he miss me? It's like we're already directing it to just the one thing. Miss me or don't miss me? Does he miss me? Does he not miss me? And, there's a whole spectrum of feelings that we have about each other, And so I thought, let me just pull the Whispers of Love card and see what happens. And the card that comes up, the person is like got their hands, they're a blue person with their hair on fire. So maybe it's not so much a realistic depiction, but it's like turn on your heart light, right? But look, they have their hand over their heart. And so to me, yeah, that has the feeling of, feeling touched, maybe missing the person, but also like that person left an impression on them. You left an impression on this ex, and they may miss you. I I feel like they think about you. I feel like they haven't forgotten you. And I feel like, you have a lasting impression on them. And they may go in and out of missing you, because like when you miss somebody, it's like, meh, those feelings can come and go, but if you're part of turning on the heart light for this person, then you know that it mattered, that what you shared together mattered to that person. So that's what I'm getting. What did you get? Oh, you already got. So who's next? I'm like, where are we? What's going on? I I can't hear you. Are you saying something, Dax?
Oh,
Is it just me? Oh,
there's something. I don't know what happened. There's something wrong. It was muted. No, I was just saying that I was in mid shuffle, and it's like, oh God, she's gonna, and I gotta turn the camera back on. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Let's see. Yes, I already answered that one. So
oh, okay.
and I'm shuffling
And I'm
like crazy here. And let's see, we still got another 8 minutes. We're getting down in the nitty gritty though. And let's see. So Nilda, by the way, back then, because we don't see all of the stuff as it pops in because we're taking the questions in the order here. So her 1111 was like her birth numbers. So is that November 11th? I'm assuming. Anyway, that would make her a 4 attitude. That means she's in a 4 personal year also, or you can look at it as an 11 personal year. The master luminaire number, because when you add them up with the world year number, you get 11. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that all out there.
That's awesome.
Homie Panda was next, I think.
Homie
A lot of great
Panda.
stuff coming in. Yeah, a lot of people are giving us great comments back here. I did want to mention, Nilda said you are both spot on. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Nilda.
Gosh, I missed it. Someone had said, it was Jules said, thank you. I really needed to hear that. You guys are wonderful. Oh, I just love that. Great feedback
Jules.
here.
Yeah.
But the next actual question, Homie Panda was like, what's in my future personal life? And is it going to be peaceful?
Oh, wonderful question.
That's an interesting one.
What's in my future? Is it going to be peaceful? Personal life. Is your personal life going to be peaceful in the future? Oh, I hope so. But let's see what the cards say. Wow.
This is fascinating.
I think it can be peaceful. Look, what I have right now, and maybe homie Panda, my homie, you can make sense of this too for me. But what I have right now is like the 4 pentacles. So there's a sense of like, okay, I'm just holding on. I'm holding on to what I have. I'm maintaining, I got my feet planted. I got, what's valuable to me and just trying to maintain. Above that, 7 of Wands. I'm not just maintaining where I am. I'm like having to defend it, and then the 10 of Swords comes up as well. It's like we can say a lot about the 10 of Swords. We can say like, a lot of times, just, purely indicates that we've been stabbed in the back or we've been undermined in some way. You got all the swords sticking out. It doesn't feel good. But, to me, on a very basic level, one, it can be like, really dealing with some harshness, really feeling like limited, and I feel that there can be peace in your personal life in the future. The 8 of Cups is a way for that. There's something that you've got to say, okay, this isn't serving me anymore. I want to move on, to higher grounds. I want to be able to let go, of the things that maybe I'm caring about that affect me emotionally, but at the same time they're not serving me anymore. And take the good with you, you know. Take the good with you. Now that could indicate actually moving, leaving where you are and going somewhere else. But cups are
Mm-hmm.
about emotions. So it's like moving on emotionally, you know. And I think that is, it, it brings us right into the Ace of Swords energy, is the last card that I got on that. And like Dax just got the Ace of Swords, new energy coming in, new ideas, something fresh happening. And I think that may be the way we got to let go before we can have peace. So, but wait, maybe Dax has something more illuminating.
Yeah. Oh, I just noticed that Rush said I pay influencers cheap for TikTok videos. Oh, cool.
Awesome.
That is really cool. And Brazilian Baby came in. I think I missed them earlier to say hello.
Hi.
HEER, is that here? Came in. Beverly, one of our regulars, is in again. And then Shanu again says thank you.
Uh,
You guys spread so much positive energy here, being so selfless and unconditional. I find you people genuine. Yay.
aw,
I
that's
just
a
thought I'd
high
throw that out.
compliment. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, really. Yeah. And let's see. So this was still on Homie, uh, future personal life and peaceful, which I found to be a very interesting question. I I got all wands, fire energy, passion. So will things be peaceful, and what's in the future? That's all dependent on you. Ace of Wands, new opportunities. And it's what you are, you know, passionate about, really, because it's the wands, it's that fire energy. Okay. And then you're showing up as the Queen of Wands. She's ready to jump right in there. And with it being queens is that healing energy, that master healer 33 energy, and continuing this theme here of passion, following your passions. She's also very independent. That's indicated by the cat down here. Is a symbol of independence, you know. And so you got to maintain your independence. And the Page of Wands, never stop learning. Keep learning. There's a slight indication sometimes with this card. You'll see in the background, there's 3 pyramids, kind of indicating travel, international travel, especially. So he's got a traveling cloak on, by the way. Uh, but this is often, pages are often talking about learning. And so you want to be a lifelong learner. You want to explore. You want to, travel a lot. And I think things will definitely be peaceful. And I think this is what's coming up in your future. So there you go. That's what I got. And then we might have time for Brazilian Baby. And Mary,
Yes.
I got Laura asked specifically, Mary, could you please pull a love reading for my daughter Beverly? And then Brazilian Baby asked, will they get a new job? So I'll do Brazilians. Will I get a new job? And then can you pull
Yeah.
something from one of your decks for Beverly,
Yes.
Laura's
Yes.
daughter? So,
Are you going first?
I thought you were going first.
I
I can
thought
go first.
you were. You
I
go.
I already I
get
thought
my
I
other
already
deck.
went first again. Okay.
I had to switch
Oh yeah.
decks.
Let's see. So you're getting a message coming in on that. All right. The temperance card. That's a big fat yes. Will you get a new job? Yes. I mean, I don't really know that that tells you very much though, And in the temperance card, he's doing an impossible pour if you look at the angle here, and this may be talking about really stretching your limits, and what you can. It's the marriage of opposites, like what can you alchemy, as far as a new job. And then if you look at the red wings right here, again, passion, following your passion, and setting a goal, and then following the narrow path to the goal. There's also an element of the God, I got all kinds of dingings going on. There's also an element whenever there's water in tarot, it's talking about the subconscious, the spiritual realm. I feel like you're going to get help if you program your dreams and ask for direction as far as finding the job. But I do think this is it's a major arcana, big fat yes on that one. All righty. And then real quickly as we end the show here, reading for Beverly from Mary, Laura's daughter.
Right. And what was the question? Just a general love reading, right? For her daughter.
Yeah, general love reading. So whatever you come up with, basically.
Yeah, there's a couple. I pulled 3 cards on this, right? From the Whispers of Love deck. The very first thing that comes up is, you can't see it. Slow down. Slow down. And it talks about when we get excited, we can get ahead of ourselves. We get excited about maybe a love interest, somebody new, and it's saying take the time to allow things to unfold. So that's going to be important, is to not put the cart in front of the horse and just kind of take her time. And then another card that comes up here is about forgiveness and not holding on to past disappointments, kind of not getting like these cards together. Whoa. And the last one, actions speak more loudly, like to express herself through her actions. So I don't know if she's somebody that can kind of get a little bit like too kinetic, too excited, and kind of think like, oh, okay, this is great. And then also not just excited when things are good, but excited when things don't go so well, and think all of a sudden it means something else. Like, don't jump to conclusions, slow down, take it in, take the time to express herself through the things that she does. I feel like that's going to be important for her to just kind of, it's funny, on the cusp of Valentine's Day, I'm saying like, don't get overwhelmed by love, but it's the truth, it's like, don't get overwhelmed either way, good or bad, don't think if he doesn't call immediately that, that's it. And he's bird dogging the chicas out there, it's like, don't get carried away. And take her time, like that card of the day that I drew earlier. Get to know each other better, regardless of how long or the relationship has been going on. Check in with where the person's at, and where she's at, and where do we meet in the middle. So that's what I got. I think we're out of time already.
We're out of time. We got to get out of here, but I want to give you feedback real quick from Laura. She says, yes, please. That is perfect for her. She does get that. Right now, they aren't so good. So I'm going to pass this along to them. There you go.
Oh, good.
And we're at the end of the show, folks. sorry if we couldn't get to your question, but we will be back on Saturday and you can actually call in. So we are out of here. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
being here.
Bye.
Awesome. Ooh, that was great.